Morning, guys. How are you? That's interesting. All right, we're live on Facebook too now. Hope you guys are doing awesome today. Happy Wednesday to everyone. Let's see what we got here today. Today's at Bye Bye Bad Habits. 7 things not to do if you want to be successful. It's by Rash. Thanks, Rash. Being successful is a matter of cultivating one good habit at a time. It also means shedding habits that are harmful to you or detrimental to your success. From time to time, all of us adopt habits that do nothing for our success or happiness. Do you agree? I think so. Whether these habits are acknowledged time wasters or habits that we think are good, it is our duty to identify and shed them as quickly as possible. Shedding bad habits can mean the difference between living out your dreams and falling by the wayside. So let's go through the 7 tips here. The first one is go it alone. There is no incorrect assumption that success people get to the pinnacle of their lives all on their own. Often this is an assumption that they have invited to seem smarter, stronger, or more unique. However, success is rarely ever accomplished on one's own. As the saying goes, no man is an island. Everyone needs someone to depend on, so it's not surprising to find out that every successful person has a hidden supporting cast of friends, relatives, and other professionals. Successful people know that if they don't have a support system, they could lose motivation or feel lost. It's true. Number 2, feel a failure. The only failure on the road to success is a failure to get up and try again. When trying to accomplish anything, it is inevitable that you will encounter disappointment. However, you cannot allow failure to deter you. Fear of failure inevitably leads to action paralysis. Example, the willingness to take action, the unwillingness to take action for fear it will end in failure. Okay, let's talk about Wayne Gretzky was actually acutely aware of how fear of failure could impede success, saying, "You miss 100% of the shots you don't take." People who do not succeed are often afraid of putting themselves out there. They don't want to be judged. Instead, they avoid success by avoiding failure. It is important that people treat failure as a set of powerful life lessons. Number 3, doubt yourself. Self-doubt is the killer of all dreams, for sure. If you can stop, it can stop you from courting success even before you've begun. Questioning your abilities questioning your ability results in missed opportunities, self-sabotage, and have a half-hearted approach to everything. Everyone experiences self-doubt at one time or another. It's human nature to disbelieve in your abilities. However, successful people treat with self-doubt differently from everyone else. Successful people do not allow self-doubt to enter from their dreams. In fact, successful people are more afraid of being stagnant than they are of failure, since inaction is what keeps them from their goals. Individuals who are built for success spend time doubting themselves, since they are more concerned about taking the next positive steps. I was moving forward, so there's no chance of thinking about failure or not getting ahead. Dwell on criticism. Critics are everywhere. There are probably more critics around that person who do things. Anytime someone attempts something great, there is always a critic waiting in the wings, itching to criticize. Sadly, even though we all love praise, many of us tend to dwell far too long on criticism we receive. When we dwell on criticism, it hangs over our heads like a dark cloud, coloring everything we do, say, and think about ourselves. This doesn't mean we need to ignore every criticism we receive. On the contrary, criticism can be valuable for growth and self-assessment. Instead, we must learn to deal with criticism in a systematic way. This means acknowledging the criticism, taking it as feedback without letting emotions get in the way. Next, we must process it and examine it for what it merits. Next, we decide that criticism is warranted. We must adjust our behavior. Lastly, we move on. After the ship has been righted, there's no reason to bemoan it any longer. So once you fix it, move on. Number 5, neglecting to plan. There is an often repeated adage that goes, if you fail to prepare, you prepare to fail. This adage is true today as it has always been. When you have a purpose, you plan your day to keep by keeping that purpose. The road to success is littered with roadblocks. However, making a plan is a good way to keep sight of your goal in the midst of all things trying to keep you from attaining it. A well-maintained plan helps you keep track of your progress and the areas you need to work on. Number 6, spending too much time on social media. Yep. Social media is a magnificent tool when trying to grow a business or when trying to keep in contact with friends and relatives. However, the flip side of social media is that hold it can give on us, sucking us in and wasting hours of our time. Whether it's Facebook, Twitter, or Pinterest, or Instagram, or maybe social media, endless scrolling is designed to keep us on their pages or in their apps for hours. Sorry. Successful people know the trap that social media can be, and make efforts to avoid being sucked into it. This means scheduling your social media usage just as you schedule other aspects of your day. 7, make excuses. Last one here. Successful people, as a rule, do not make excuses. On your way to success, you're going to make mistakes. However, the person who tends to be successful tends to take responsibility for their mistakes. When things don't go as planned, successful people don't heap the blame on others and or circumstances. All this does is create a cycle of failure and guilt without actually fixing the circumstances that lead to failure in the first place. Successful people fix the problem and move on. Success can be challenging goal to navigate. If it were not, everyone would be raging in success. Everyone has dreams, yet not everyone has the tools needed to attain those goals. While success brings habits come while success bringing habits come naturally to some, they are not intrinsic to all. Therefore, acquiring knowledge about yourself is the first and probably the most important way to become successful. Not only this, you can even turn business failures into success. When you become aware of your shortfalls, it is then you have true power to change them. Hope you guys liked the article today, guys. It's pretty cool. Learn how not to be successful by doing the opposite stuff. Sweet. Thanks, guys. Have a great day, and we'll see y'all tomorrow. Or sorry, Friday. We're doing 3 days this week. Awesome. Thanks. Goodbye. Peace.